So hey you all, welcome to my channel, and for today we're going to be doing a Smokey Eye series. So this is a continuation from our entire Smokey Eye series. So I'm going to drop the links up right now for you to check out the entire series, and this is the look that we're going to be doing, which is on the screen right now, which is a daytime Smokey Eye. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start by just prepping our lid, and prepping your lid is one of the most important things. I have repeated this n number of times, and I also have my most helpful video, which is the 10 common mistakes that you can do with your eyeshadows. I'm going to leave that link up here right now too. So make sure you check these ones out before you get ahead with any eyeshadow tutorial. And I'm just basically using the P. Louise eyeshadow base. You can do this even with a concealer which isn't too creamy, and you can just give yourself a very thin layer of eyeshadow on your lid, which just helps to get any other pigments grip on top of it. So once that's done, I'm going to use my Vega eyelash curler, and I'm going to give it about 7 to 8 pumps of it. This just helps your lashes, and it just shows what you got. So I'm just kind of doing this extra step, and this is kind of the drill which I do in all my tutorials. And once that's done, we're going to use the Sugar Blend the Rules eyeshadow palette. This is the smokier one, which is Warrior. And I'm going to use the Pack Eye Squad brushes for demonstration. So for the first shade, which is black, we're going to start from the lower lash line and then wing it outwards like how you do your normal wings. So we're doing this step just to prevent any kind of a gap when you're doing your smoky eyes, because you want it to be cohesive all the way from the upper to the lower lash line. So just to maintain that, and just to kind of put everything together, you have to connect it from the lower lash line. So I'm just drawing the wing out, and I'm just doing something very basic. And once that's done, I'm just going to start to pull it inwards, and I'm going to connect it all the way till my inner corner. So moving on to ES13, I'm going to use this brush to smudge it out. A lot of you ask me what is this brush. So this is the brush that I'm using, and I'm just smoking that line out. Like, I'm just basically buffing out the edges. And as you can see with the Sugar palette, like, the black kind of moves. So I have to go with another layer of it. And then I'm also going to take the medium brown shade from the palette and pat it on the edges of the black. So I'm not patting it on the black, but I'm just patting it on the edges of the black. So make sure that the line tapers when you're going towards the inner corner and also at the outer corner. You don't want a thick amount of product at the outer corner. Rather, you want it to look more feline. You want it to be more thinner towards the end. So the maximum intensity is somewhere in the middle, and then it narrows out towards the ends too. So I am taking the brown slightly outwards from the black, so it just looks a lot more, blended in. So moving on to a really small brush from the Pack Eye Squad brushes. I'm going to leave the link of the brushes up here right now for you to check it out too. So I have a review on it. So we're going to go above the brown, and we're going to start to blend it out, and just giving it a wash of color. So we're not taking the look very high. This is like barely even crossing my crease, because it's kind of daytime and I want to keep it like really closed to the eye and not really take it all the way high up and make it too just too smoky. So we're just keeping it really low and nice and simple. So I'm going to use the 05 brush, which is like a crease blending brush, and I'm just buffing out that outer line. We don't want any harsh lines in the look. So again, I'm not taking it too high. I'm doing this with a lot of precision. Even though it's a daytime smoky and it just sounds easier and looks easy, it needs the precision when you're doing it. So just give it a good amount of practice, and I'm sure you'll be able to do it. So buff out the edges, and even towards the end, don't draw it out too much, but then just kind of buff it in the same spot. And you can always go with another layer of that medium brown shade if you want to make your look a little more intense. So moving on, we're going to do our lower lash line, and I'm going to use a lot of kajal in the lower lash line just to balance whatever is the intensity on the upper one. So we're going to go very close to the waterline, and with whatever is left, I'm just going to take a little bit even towards the inner corner, and then I'm going to smudge it out using the same smudge brush. So give it a good amount of smudge, and don't pull it too low if you don't want it to look too intense. And once that's done, we're going to do the same layering. I'm going to use the medium brown and the light transition shade, and we're going to press the products on the edges of the black and buff it out. Taking the ES11 brush, I'm going to clean below the black lines. In case you have kind of diffuse the line, and if you want it sharp, you can always take a little bit of concealer and clean under it. So we're going to take this very pale gold shade, and we're going to highlight our inner corner. I didn't want anything like a yellow gold, so this gold is just perfect for the application we're going in for. And you can just take a little bit of eyeliner, and I'm just using that to do the inner wing. So because my eye is really pulled out towards the edges, I kind of just wanted to, like give it a little bit extra definition towards the inner part of it, just to balance the length on the outer side. So we're just kind of extending the inner corner, and then I'm going to use a little bit of mascara, and we're just gonna like go for about 3-4 coats of mascara. So I have a video on how I make my lashes look a lot more thicker and longer, so make sure you check it out in case you don't want to use false lashes. So I did throw on a pair of false lashes for this look, and this completes the tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And do give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you did. It would mean a lot to me. Drop down any comments below on how you felt about this look, and let me know whether you want more such like very simple everyday looks, or you want something more glam. So just drop down any of your suggestions down there below, and I'll catch up with you guys for another video. Until next time, bye.